For number 2, the reason I'm asking you to watch this video is because you likely got one or more of these incorrect. So when I look at this problem, I know that I have to have at least 2 numbers to solve for a missing one. I either have to have a factor and a product or both factors in order to figure this out. For example, I have 5 and 9 as my factors, so I know 45 is my product. I have 5 and 40 as the product, so I know I can figure out letter F is whatever 40 in 5 groups is, or 5 times something is 40. So I can figure out this F first, even though it's not on the list here, I can figure it out. But I know that I'm going to have to write on this because I'm going to forget that F is 8. If I don't write that 8 is here, I'm going to forget. And then when I go to find G, A times F is G. Those are only letters, and I need numbers, at least 2 of them to solve for a missing number. So I'm going to go ahead and put this on something I can write on. I would suggest on your desk that you wrote it down on a piece of paper or on your desk. So since I know that F has to be 8, I'm going to put that in here first. Get my pencil tool, and I'm going to put an 8 here. Now I'm working on a computer, so it's not as nice as probably what you would do on a piece of paper. Now F is important because it'll help me find everything in this column, even though it's not one of my answers. So if I just based on the answers, I'm trying to find is a letter, the number 6. So 6 times something is 27. That is not going to work because if I made a number train of 6s, 27 is not on it. I also noticed that the number 6 is right here, and I don't think they would have 2 6s right in a row. If they did, then each number would be the same. If this was 18, 54, and 48, this was also 6, we would have to have 18, 54, and 48. Since that's not the case and they don't match, I'm pretty sure that A is going to be no, not 6. On letter C, it says, is C 3? Well, let's try it out. Here's C. Here's our column that's going to give us some information. If I wanted to figure this one out, it's not going to work because I only have one number in this C column here. A times C is 27. I have to have at least 2 numbers. So that bumps me down to the next one. 6 times C is 18. Could 6 times 3, that's what we're checking, could 6 times 3 be 18? Yes. Could B times 3 be 21? Well, yeah, I think that's actually 7. And I can check at the top. 5 times something is 15. Could it be 3? Yes, it could. 5 times 3 is 15. 6 times 3 is 18. 3 times 7 is 21. So is C 3? Yes. Boy, it's hard to write with a mouse. Okay, now letter D, is it 81? When I go up here to the chart, I'm going to find the letter D is here. Is it 81? So I'm going to have 9 times something is 81. It's possible that it's 81 because that is on a 9's number train, but I have to have 2 factors or 2 numbers to solve this product. 9 times something. So I'm going to have to solve for A before I figure out if this is really 81. I don't know yet. So I have to find out some more information. So let's look at G. Before I can answer letter D, G says 64. Could G be 64? So I'm going to find G. And again, I know that this is 8, but I don't know my other factor to figure out what the product will be here. I have to have at least 2 numbers. So let's see if there's any other information that we need to know before we can find D and G. We have to know letter A. They are both in this row, so I have to think about the products here. So if I'm looking for A, I'm pretty sure that it's going to be 5 something, 6, 7. So this letter A I would think would be 6. That would make sense, but I think it could be different here. These don't necessarily go in order, 3, 9, and 8. So it's got to be some number here that's a little bit small because we have 3 times something is 27. I know that 3 times 9 is 27. So even though it doesn't ask me for A specifically, is it 6? No, but I do think it's 9. 3 times 9 is 27. 9 times 9 is 81? Yes. So D can be 81. And then for letter G, I'm looking at 9 times 8, which is 72. So could letter G be 64? No, because it's 72.